Dana White's Contender Series week number 10. This is the weigh-in recap show, full card predictions, and the betting breakdown. The final week of Dana White's Contender Series. Make sure you guys smash that like button if you're new. Subscribe to the channel, turn those post notifications on, and make sure to share the video as well. Let's get into this Contender Series card. First matchup between Ashiek Ajim and Mateus Mendonça. I'm going to be picking Ashiek Ajim. You look at his style, very nasty with the striking, dangerous calf kicks, quick with the hands, and a guy that likes to finish his opponents. He puts pressure. He looks to land with power strikes and get his opponents out of there in short time. He's looking for one-round fights. This guy's most definitely a finisher. Now, when it cost him was against a tough fighter like Chris Moutinho. He had Moutinho hurt, winning early, and then gets stopped himself in the second round. Mateus Mendonça is a pretty quality Muay Thai style striker. He's got good kicks. He's got good punches. A little bit more on the limited side of footage, but from what I was able to find from him, he's a very talented fighter. What's going to happen, though, when Ajim's landing clean shots, touching him up? I could see Ajim knocking out Mendonça. I'm picking Ashiek Ajim to pull off an upset in the first fight of the night. As far as the scales here, there is Mendonça. He's got that eyebrow tat, Mike Perry style, and the blue hair. And then you got Ajim that just looks base model style, full shaved head. And there's the face-off. Listen, I think Ajim has a chance in this bout, guys. I'm going to pick him to win. I think he can get the KO. I like the calf kicks. I like the potential of punches landing, especially the rear hand of Ajim. He's got some pop. And I could see him cracking that Mendonça chin. I'm going to bank on him by KO. I'm thinking second or third round in a very exciting matchup. I actually think it's going to be a really good card. He is plus 260 as the underdog. Mendonça minus 265. As far as the props for this matchup, I'd say under 2.5 at minus 175 is a quality play. The knockout for Ajim plus 575. For Mendonça by knockout plus 205. I see somebody getting finished and put out here. And I'm going to pick Ajim for the upset. Mendonça could be live, though. He hasn't fought in like 2 years. A year and 11 months. Ajim has been super active since that Moutinho loss a year and 11 months ago. He's on a 3-fight winning streak, impressive performances. I'm going to pick him to pull this one off. I think he can actually get this one done. Next fight on the card. Rafael Ramos Estevam versus João Elias. I'm going to pick Rafael Ramos Estevam to get the win over Elias. I really like Elias' style. He was actually brutally KO'd 4 fights ago. Like flying knee KO, flat unconscious, one of the most vicious knockouts you can see. He's now coming back in the Contender Series, matching up with a guy who's longer than him, a little more technical, I think, has more composure in the fight. I could see Elias getting a little bit overzealous and wild. He has a bit more of like a brawler style of striking. I see that chin getting touched here. I'm going Ramos to win. I'm going to say KO, TKO, but quality on the floor. Both guys have, honestly. They both have grappling games. I could see Ramos club and subbing here. I'm picking win by knockout, but just mentioning there could be a chance of him locking up a submission on a stunned Elias, but more likely I think they go after it in an excellent fight, and I'm going to say Ramos gets the win. Interesting to predict that finish too with flyweights, but I really think the styles these guys are going to bring, they're going to throw down. This is Elias on the scale. Looks pretty jacked and well built. There is Ramos, and then there is the face-off. You can see the height difference between these two here. You can see that. There's a difference in the height. Might have to get myself off the screen for a sec so we can get a quality view real quick. Let's see. There we go. I'm off the screen for a moment, and we're back. Look at that. Look at that, man. I had somebody asking last week to do that, so we made it happen. I think the size favorable towards Ramos. Gets his hand raised. I'm picking him to win, and I'm saying KO. Ramos is minus 185 as the favorite. Elias is plus 165 as the dog. Under 2.5 is minus 150. I think there's a finish, guys. I'm going to say it's Ramos, KO, TKO, but inside the distance is plus 130. KO, TKO, plus 225. Let's see what sub is at, plus 550. I'm saying he gets the knockout. Rafael Ramos Estevam by KO. Final Contender Series, and they are giving us a fucking banger of a card. Feature bout of the night, Freddie Emiliano Linares versus Jack Jenkins. I'm going to be picking Jack Jenkins. I think he's nasty in the stand-up department. I think he's going to be able to outbox Emiliano Linares. Now, where Linares is good is more from the distance with kickboxing. Jenkins better from the punch range, though he has good kickboxing as well. Definitely, I'm going to say Jenkins has the better hands. He's crisper. He definitely has some nasty body hooks. His left hook is incredible, and I was thinking his left hook's great, but his right hook is really good as well. But that left hook is fast. Boxing level hands, in my opinion, and he has quality striking overall. He's not just super one-dimensional just towards boxing. He can kick too. Emiliano Linares, I honestly think he's going to get cracked by some big shots here by Jenkins. I think he's going to get tested seriously. Both guys are solid records, 8-1 and 9-2. I'm going to say Jenkins wins a decision. I think Emiliano Linares is game as hell, and I think he can go the full, but he's going to be put through it. It's going to be a fight. Let's check these guys out on the scales. There is Jenkins. There is Linares. Linares looks like he might get slapped too. Little bit of a height edge towards Linares, but I do think if we're talking about fight going longer, I see the gas tank of Jenkins maybe holding up a bit better than the opposite side with Linares. So we're going for the win. Jenkins, I'm going to say via decision. As far as the lines here, Emiliano Linares plus 235, Jenkins minus 243. I like Jenkins' chances here. I'll say over 2.5, which is plus 120. Jenkins wins by decision is plus 260, but I don't really love that play. He's a wide money line. I think the odds could definitely be closer because it is a very competitive fight between really good prospects in the featherweight division. I just think Jenkins does get it done. I'm going to say decision. Next fight is our co-main event. Sam Patterson versus Vinicius Cenci. If you're looking for footage on Vinicius Cenci, extremely limited. Luckily, I got the contact into King's MMA. I called my guy, Mike Finch, up, and he gave me a little more insight on Cenci beyond what I could just find on the Instagram. Now, I'm going to tell you guys out the gate, I'm still picking Sam Patterson, but Cenci trains alongside of Marvin Vettori, Danilo Marquez, Giga Chikadze. He's a quality kickboxer, very striking-based style. He stands about 6'1". Sam Patterson's going to be the taller guy at 6'4". He leaves the chin a little bit high. I'm picking Patterson to get the win by a decision, but I'll tell you this. Vinicius Cenci could be extremely live here. Issue is limited footage, and he hasn't fought in about a year, and it was against a debuting fighter. That doesn't tell us much. Sam Patterson is having consistently good performances in Brave. I mean, you see the OV right there. You know it's a problem. You see the EV right there. You know these guys are game. He's fighting some savages in Brave, whereas Cenici's not fighting that quality of competition. Not that Cenci doesn't have that level. We'll find out if he does. I'm going to say Sam Patterson to win by decision, but maybe the bet would be Cenci by KO. Let's pull up the odds real quick before we even get to the scales. Patterson's 194 money line. Cenici's plus 190 as a dog. Cenci by KO plus 800. This dude trains with Giga Chikadze. I have to play that line. Definitely a Hail Mary snipe, even though I'm picking the opposite side. I think you'd have to bet dog side by KO here. Patterson's chin is just too high. Can't give an official pick on Cenci because of the lack of insight on exactly how he fights, but we know he's going to be game. I'm going to pick Cenci as a play betting-wise by KO, but Patterson, I'm going to call it win by decision, but definitely interesting fight here. There is Cenci on the scales, has that savage nerd look from Brazil. There is Patterson, and you can see Patterson a bit taller. It's a very if fight. Very if. We'll pick Patterson, but the betting side, Cenci, KO plus 800. He trains with Giga Chikadze. That's worth touching. Main event of the evening. Make sure you guys smash that like button. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. I've loved covering the Contender series for these past 10 weeks, and I look forward to when they come back once again. But make sure you stick around for the UFC full card picks and Bellator as well as always. Let's talk this fight. It's Bo Nickal. No Bickle on Instagram, the savage wrestling monster. He's the pick here against Donovan Beard. I'll tell you guys out the gate, I don't think Beard has a chance. If he somehow pulled this one off, it would have to be by submission off of his back. Bo Nickal, I think, is going to smash Donovan Beard when they get to the floor. I don't think he's going to be sitting there waiting for a triangle to be thrown up. He's going to be looking to smash, pass, and pound the face in of Beard, make him turn his back, and then choke him out. Bo Nickal probably wins by submission. He could also win by ground and pound TKO. I see him manhandling Donovan Beard, who's known for questionable takedown defense. He's decent with the stand-up game, but it's not going to be there. It doesn't matter if he had Mike Tyson punching power. He's going to be on his back, and Bo Nickal is going to be beating his face in until he either turns around and gives the neck up, or you're going to see Bo Nickal TKO him on the floor. Dominant performance. It's not going to be close. Bo Nickal's getting a UFC contract, which he should have already gotten. This right here is the ratings fight to finish off the Contender Series with a big shebang and a Bo Nickal win. There is Donovan Beard, who unfortunately in this fight is being used as a sacrificial lamb for somebody the UFC sees as potential future contender, maybe even star. There is Bo, and there is the face-off between these two. I guess I quickly got to make myself disappear for a moment just so we can look at this, and I'm back. Stature-wise, not a huge difference, but no Bickle, Bo Nickal, first round. I'm going to say inside of the distance would be a bet, but look at the line for Nickal inside distance, minus 500. You got to probably snipe towards one. Plus 185, KO, TKO, attack the value, go there, minus 135. Or excuse me, for submission, it's plus 185. It's minus 135 for KO, TKO. I like submission more. I could see him beating Beard up and Beard giving that neck up. As good as your jiu-jitsu is, if you're getting pounded on, you might want out. And he may here against Bo Nickal. So we'll pick Bo, win, inside of the distance. We'll say submission, but KO, TKO is also live. As far as method of victory, it's one of the two. It's going to be on the floor with Bo Nickal looking nasty from the top. Overall, pretty solid Contender Series card. Little bit, I guess, favorite heavy with the picks. Only one underdog pick here, Ashiek Ajim, who's fighting a real game make on Mendonça. This is a near 50-50 fight. But I will say, Vinicius, Cenci, that knockout prop could be a decent idea. And you got some confidence at the top with Bo Nickal. We'll jump to the parlays to finish it out. If I was giving you guys the parlay, which way to go? Let's say you put Bo Nickal in it just for the hell of it, but it's not really worth it because you're getting no plus money here. You could go towards Estevam. I like Jack Jenkins, plus 115 for that. If you went risky territory and decided to add a dog in there, plus 662. And I guess if we try to give it a clean slate, Sam Patterson, plus 1,000. But let's say we had Cenci, plus 2,111. I'm not telling you guys to do this. I'll be honest. I think this is just not a good parlay week for the Contender Series. I mean, you can go Jenkins and Estevam for just very slight plus money. If you want to add Dog City in, you want to add an Ashiek in, plus 632, or you want to add Cenci in, brings you to plus 498. Maybe you want to add both and go nuts. It's plus 2,000. At that point, you have Bo Nickal in. You get a little plus 100 extra money. Be cautious with your parlays. Be cautious with your bets. Enjoy this Contender Series action. I think we have a fantastic card to finish it out. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure you guys smash that like button. And if you're new, subscribe to the channel. Quick note for the viewers. There's a hurricane heading towards my direction. So if for some reason you guys don't see me drop a video or see me disappear after Wednesday, no, it's probably because the power is out, but I will be trying my absolute hardest to not have anything delay. But ultimately, I can't control Mother Nature and what happens. But we will be in touch, guys. Stay tuned. More content coming every day of the week. Bellator picks coming tomorrow. Much love. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Drop a W in the chat, as always, if you enjoyed. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace, guys.